What's up, everybody? Jeff Lerner here, going live. Gonna do a little, just a few minutes to talk about awesome things, feeling awesome. Gonna do it right, gonna do it awesome here. Make sure all the tech's working here. This is my first time actually doing this. Yeah, looks like we're all dialed in. Let's see if people are popping on yet. If you build it, they will come, right? So listen, I wanna talk today about being unreasonable. I just got off a call. I'm feeling pretty fired up. I just got off a call with a client of mine. We were doing some kind of sales operations coaching, and it really came down to just enthusiasm. At the end of the day, it's about enthusiasm. It's about, whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever currency you trade in, whatever product you sell, whatever value you offer, if you do not wrap it, if you do not bundle it in enthusiasm, you do not give people the opportunity to connect to it. So we're going to talk more about that. I'm a little bit unnerved. I feel like I might be having a tech glitch. Hang on, let me see what's going on here. Where are we at, people? Having some tech. One thing I will tell you is you do not have to be good at tech in this world to be a successful person. This is something that I have proven time and time again over the last decade of my life, is I have hit my tech ceiling. I'm okay at it. I'm not amazing at it. And yet somehow, miraculously, I managed to keep making things happen. But right now is one of those moments when I am feeling a little bit daunted by tech. But I do think we seem to be working. Maybe somebody give me some feedback. Let me know if we're actually functional here.
Give people the opportunity.
Who's that guy? That's me. All right, does look like we're working. So a couple of months ago, about 3.5 months ago, I started doing these videos. I basically kind of set out on a mission, and it's interesting. Sometimes you start something and you know exactly where you're headed with it. Other times you just feel this energy. You feel this push or this pull, almost this call, right? And you're like, I got to do this thing. And about 3.5 months ago, I felt this call, I got to do this thing. I'm playing too small. I've built a really great, awesome life for myself, but I'm not parlaying that into as much contagious awesomeness as I really would like, as I really feel is my purpose here. And so I started putting up videos on the internet about how to have an awesome life. There was really no specific mandate or specific angle or unique selling proposition or anything really. It was just, I'm gonna talk about having an awesome life because I'm obsessed with having an awesome life. I'm passionate about having an awesome life. I've succeeded at having a pretty awesome life, and I genuinely want to help people have a more awesome life. And I get people periodically asking me about life and life awesomeness and how to have an awesome life. And so I feel like, there's a need, right? There's a demonstrated desire by the world at large to up-level their awesomeness in their life. And so maybe I can fill that gap. Maybe I can help, right? Doesn't mean I know everything, but I know this. I know that if you want to excel at something, teach it, right? Hold yourself to that standard. Put the pressure on yourself to teach something and see how much your game goes up. So if I want to have an awesome life, let me teach about how to have an awesome life. Doesn't mean be a hypocrite. Start by having an awesome life, but then if I want to make a more awesome life, let me start teaching about how to have an awesome life. It'll change my thoughts. It'll change my focus. It'll change my energy. And here's what I've discovered. In 3.5 months of doing this, I've discovered that this is a concept that we can all get on board with. This idea that life is meant to be awesome, that life is meant to be something that literally inspires us to want to go live it and inspires others who watch us live it, who watch us do it. That idea is something that, I don't know if it's contagious or if it's just tapping into something that's already there, but the feedback has been incredible. I've been doing this for 3.5 months. So I was going over with a friend of mine last night. I have a friend of mine, somebody I work with, somebody I've known for a long time. He helps me. He's a kind of a Facebook social media analytics guru. He was going over some numbers off my page yesterday. He said, Jeff, 3.5 months ago when you started this page, I'm going to say that again because my camera over here cut out. 5 people a day organically coming to visit your page you had when you started this whole thing 3.5 months ago. He said, do you know how many people organically visited your page yesterday? Almost 4,000. And all that I have done in 3.5 months is post videos and some inspirational messages about having an awesome life. If that doesn't tell us that there is an undercurrent, that there is an untapped vein in the world of desire and hunger to have a more awesome life, I don't know what does. And I'm so excited to think where we're going to be a year from now. But the way we're going to get a year from now is we're going to do it. We're going to live it. We're going to fight the fight every single day, one day at a time. And so today, that fight is, let's go live on Facebook. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about having an awesome life. So what I think is really the key, and you know, it's hard. This is my first one, right? So I'm like, oh, I got to cram it all in. No, we're going to have lots of these. We're going to have lots of opportunities to talk about the different facets of having an awesome life. But one thing I know, probably the one thing that I think is the umbrella to all of it, is that you have to be unreasonably confident and optimistic if you want to be really, really successful in this world. It is reasonable. It is practical. It is common. It is ordinary to be reasonable, pessimistic, cynical, and think the worst, right? That is, we get that message reinforced to us all the time. And it's easy to say, oh, we get it on the media, we turn on the TV, we see it on the news, we read it on the internet, all the doom and gloom, right? But the sad thing and the profound thing is that we actually get as much or more of it, most of us, from our own friends and our own family and our own immediate circle. The negativity isn't just something that happens in the airwaves. It's something that happens on the street corners. It's something that happens in our front yards. It's something that happens in our homes. Something that happens around the holidays at our family gatherings, right? We don't need to look far to be reinforced about being negative. What's hard is to be the shining light, the beacon of optimism, the beacon of positivity in your life. And this is not voodoo positive thinking. This is deeply rooted in real scientific truth. Go read Martin Seligman. Go read, Albert Ellis. Go read a lot of the, psychology that's come out in the late 19th and 20th century, and understand that the human mind is wired. It is wired to veer towards protection, to veer towards safety and security, and that we have to work. Part of the work every day is to actually see what's possible, not what's probable. The easiest thing in life is to default to what's probable, because what's probable is what's shown to us by the majority. We look around and we say, oh, that's what's probable. What's probable is that I won't work hard. What's probable is that I won't love deeply. What's probable is that I won't take the time to do things with excellence. What's probable is that I won't enforce ridiculously high standards for myself or expect that of others. That's what's probable. And so we look around and say, well, that's what's probable. So who am I to buck probability? I get these comments. It's interesting with the videos that I put out there. There really apparently are only two camps in this world. There's the camp of people who are moved by messages around awesomeness and excellence and go, yes, I want more of that. Let's talk more about that. Let's explore that. Let's go deeper with that. And then the other camp of people out there says, no, that's all BS. Nah, the cynic, the guy that watches too much late night Comedy Central, I don't know, whoever those guys are, the Colbert Report or the Trevor Noah, or all these cynical talks, that the people that are all too smart to be successful come out, right? They're all too smart. They're all busy, waxing their beards, playing video games, sitting on the couch going, who the hell is this guy to tell me that life can be amazing? Right? I don't need to hear that. Let me take him down a notch. Let me tell him he's fat. Doesn't matter if he is. Let me tell him he's ugly. Doesn't matter if he is. Let me tell him he's a loser. Doesn't matter if he is. Let me tell him, I had a guy yesterday threaten to come pick, he said, what time's your daughter get out from school? I'm going to come pick her up. Like, people are crazy. You put messages out about how awesome life can be, and you will quickly find out either how much people desperately desire awesomeness in their life, or how darkly and despondently non-awesome some people are. But that's how you know that they're listening. And one of the biggest things I see in this world is that people are scared. They're scared to put themselves out there because they don't want to get the hate. They don't want to agitate. They don't want to rock the boat. They want to stay small because they want to stay non-threatened. And in so doing, we feed the problem. We feed the problem when we do that. So here's what I want to suggest. I'm not going to go on and on today. I can rant about this stuff for hours, but I'm not going to. Not today. I want to suggest to you that every single day, we should do something to challenge ourselves. And then people say, oh, get out of your comfort zone every day, right? Nobody ever got successful inside their comfort zone, or the walls of your comfort zone are plastered with your excuses, right? We hear all about this comfort zone thing. Stay in your comfort zone, all right? But what I want to suggest is that we don't just get uncomfortable today, but that we get uncomfortably positive. We get uncomfortably enthusiastic. We get uncomfortably optimistic. We have uncomfortably high standards for ourselves in the way that we do something. Do that today. I'll be back tomorrow to hear how it went. All right? Thanks, everyone. I'll catch you at the next one.